Time for Disney. Yes, it's D23 Expo analysis time. All the new rides and attractions, all the new details coming out of D23 Expo 2019. The analysis video has finally come. Yes, this is Coast Shanghai YouTube channel Donkster Born, but built for Theme Park News, the only show that combines information and entertainment, put them together, and I think you still get entertainment. This is the D23 Expo analysis, so we're going to be talking about all the new rides and attractions being announced from the Disney parks. Now, the overriding opinion around the theme park community is the film announcements were fantastic. The park announcements were a little bit underwhelming, I think, to say the least. Voice drop. Yeah, so basically, I think the people thought the park announcements were very underwhelming because they expected a bit more announced, but I think what has been announced has been fantastic. Now, I'm not going to talk about the cruise ship announcement because even though that's an attraction, technically that's not a theme park thing. But if you want to go check that out, details on the cruise ship, go check it out because it looks good. I'm going to be talking about Epcot. I'm going to be talking about the new parade. I'm going to be talking about the Avengers Campus. I'm going to be talking about all the new attractions inside the Epcot redevelopment and other attractions elsewhere as well. So let's get started then with Avengers Campus. Starting off then with Avengers Campus. Now, basically, this is, well, starting off, we've got the two Avengers campuses coming to Disneyland, Disney California Studios, California Adventure, should we say? Studios? Adventure? I don't know. And Disneyland Resort Paris in the Walt Disney Studios Park. So, of course, the Disney California Adventure one is replacing a Bugs Land, and, of course, Disney Paris, the Walt Disney Studios Park Avengers Campus, is, of course, replacing that sort of backlot area where Motor Action Stunt Show is, Armageddon Special Effects, and, of course, closing in September, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. So let's start off with California. So starting off then with California, where they have a brand new e-ticket attraction. So the entrance will be the Avengers headquarters. It will become the future entrance to a brand new e-ticket attraction. I believe this is going to be related to Star Wars Rise of the Resistance from reports. So around that technology, but just themed to the Avengers. Now the Spider-Man attraction is set to be like Smuggler's Run, but with more web shooting, if you know what I mean. But it's going to be related to Smuggler's Run in terms of technology and things like that. So again, really interesting. The PIM test kitchen will be in both campuses, and there will also be heroic encounters with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, superheroes from Wakanda and Asgard, and Iron Man. And they may even catch a glimpse of the Avengers along the rooftops of the Avengers headquarters. And carrying on the experience at Paris, they've got the Hotel New York Art of Marvel opening next summer, containing 80 years of Marvel art and artists with more than 300 stunning pieces on display, rooms with one-of-a-kind themed suites featuring favourite superheroes like Spider-Man, and guests can even meet these legends in a brand new dedicated space. So the Hotel New York Art of Marvel project is back off the ground. That's going to be opening next summer. And of course, the Avengers Campus at Paris is going to be opening in 2021. According to articles, and Disneyland California Adventure is going to open theirs next year in 2020, so make sure you stay tuned for the openings of them. Now, the Walt Disney World Resort is going to be opening a fantastic new hotel called Star Wars Galactic Cruiser. So this will be a glamorous ship, the Halcyon, where every window features stellar views into space. Guests will embark together on a 2-night adventure that includes special activities, incredible dining, and a spaceport day on Batuu at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, inviting guests even deeper into their own Star Wars stories. So again, really can't wait for that. It's going to be interesting to see what that's going to look like. Obviously, you see the concept art already on your screen. We're going to have concept art for sort of each, thing. But yeah, again, really happy with that and cannot wait to see it when it's done. And moving on now to Epcot. Now, this is the biggest announcements coming out of the D23 Expo this year. This is the complete transformation of Epcot with a few surprises that I didn't expect, shall we say. So let's start off then with World Showcase. So it will welcome the Mary Poppins attraction. This is the one I'm most excited for. Now, we haven't got any more details. They're going to be coming in the coming months when the progress of the construction sort of follows on and continues. But all we know so far from what was announced is it will be a brand new attraction inspired by Mary Poppins, the very first Mary Poppins themed attraction in any Disney park in history. It will be in a brand new, entirely new neighbourhood at the UK Pavilion, themed around Cherry Tree Lane, and you're going to go into the Bates family's house, and that sort of door, that big door to the Bates house, is the entrance to the attraction. So the attraction will take place in the Bates house from what I know. So again, I'm really excited to see what's going to be. I'm thinking it could be an e-ticket attraction, but possibly maybe not. It could just be a normal big attraction without having to use the e-ticket system. But again, I don't mind. I'm really excited about it, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with that. Following on, we've got Harmonio US, the largest ever created for a Disney park. It's the largest new nighttime spectacular for a Disney park, following the limited time run of Epcot Forever. So this celebrates the music of Disney, inspiring people over the world. So again, I like to see the look of that. It looks pretty good, and I can't wait for that. In summer 2020, now we don't have an opening date for Mary Poppins, and we don't have a opening date in the article for Harmonio US, so comment down below if you've got any opening dates for them. But there was no announced for Mary Poppins. I'm not too sure about Harmonio US. So summer 2020, the French Pavilion will be offering more with, of course, the brand new Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So we know it's now going to open in summer 2020. We know a specific timeline of when that's going to open, and that's going to be the summer of 2020 rather than just 2020. So at least we've got a time zone of when it's going to open. So I'm predicting around May, June time, I'm predicting, but again, it's just summer at the minute. Obviously, we'll get an announcement date probably at some point at the start of next year. Again, we'll have to stay tuned for that. There's going to be a brand new restaurant called Le Crêpière de Paris. So again, I can't pronounce for anything, but it sounds like a really good restaurant. Also in the French Pavilion, we've got the brand new Beauty and the Beast sing-along, which will be debuting it will be joining the Impressions de France film, and it will start in January 2020. Also debuting in January 2020 will be Canada Far and Wide in Circle Vision 360, in the Canada Pavilion with new scenes and a new story, and in the China Pavilion, Wondrous China will take guests on a spectacular journey across China, filmed and presented in a completely seamless 360-degree digital format. All this is from MovieWeb, for example. The article, these words are from MovieWeb. So yeah, it sounds brilliant. So moving on to the next area, World Celebration. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, basically, the Future World section is split into 3 areas. They're going to have World Celebration, World Nature, and World Discovery. So that was probably one of the biggest changes, that Future was going to be split into 3 different sections. So World Celebration, starting off with that icon Spaceship Earth, and like the announcement said, you can't have a new Epcot without the icon Spaceship Earth. So this iconic attraction will remain a voyage through time as the journey transforms, with new scenes reflecting on the universal nature of the human experience. A new guide and all new narration will focus on the storytelling that brings people together. Cannot wait for that. I've seen POVs of the original Spaceship Earth. My God, I can't wait for this new one, this updated one of Spaceship Earth, to take us into the future of the whole Epcot park. Obviously, Epcot have got brand new logos. If you see that, if you go online and look for it, the new Epcot logo, it just looks fantastic. It just looks brilliant. A new pavilion will be home for Epcot signature festivals, providing a stunning view of World Showcase and an ideal spot to witness the park's nighttime spectacular. And this new beautiful 3-level structure will have one of the most remarkable designs at any Disney park and will become a new icon for Epcot. World Celebration will also feature breathtaking views at something called Dreamer's Point, which also has lush gardens, a wishing tree, an interactive new fountain, and a statue celebrating the legacy of the original dreamer, Walt Disney. If you didn't see it on the announcement, a new statue is being built of Walt Disney, which I love, because Epcot was his dream, and it's nice to see him sat on a step just looking out over Epcot, so I'm very excited about that statue. Moving on to World Nature, so Journey of Water, which is going to be a lush exploration trail where guests meet and play with magical living water. It's themed around Moana, so it's going to be the first Moana themed attraction at a Disney park, so I'm really excited about that. There will also be a new film called Awesome Planet, which shows the spectacular beauty, diversity, and dynamic story of the planet will begin welcoming guests in January 2020. A lot of things for 2020 here at Epcot. Finally then, World Discovery. So guests will be riding on the first reverse launch into space on the brand new coaster, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. So this is the new Vekoma coaster replacing the Universe of Energy attraction, opening in 2021. And of course we've got the name now, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. This thrilling, family-friendly attraction will feature a never-before-seen storytelling coaster that rotates to focus on the attraction wherever it may be. So this is like a Vekoma spinner in a way, but it's like a controlled spin. Kind of like what, well, if you think of, well, I think Mission Capper at Futuroscope, the Intamin spinner, hopefully that's going to have some like controlled focus spinning moments where it will just rotate to see the dark ride scenes, because Futuroscope do that really, really well. So I'm guessing we're looking at something like that where there's like some specific scenes where it literally slows you down and you just spin to rotate at a slow pace just to look at different scenes around you. So again, that's going to be really nice to see. An expansion to Mission Space Pavilion. The new restaurant Space 220 opening this winter as an out-of-this-world culinary experience with the celestial panorama of a space station, including daytime and nighttime views of Earth from 220 miles up. Now, I did see a concept art of the elevator sort of going up to the restaurant. I'm not sure if I put it on screen or not. If I have, then I have. If I haven't, oh well, you've got the other concept arts to enjoy. But basically, this elevator, you can literally see like the Earth from below the ground. There's like a projection or something on the floor, or like an open thing on the floor. As you're rising up, you can see different things around you. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to experience this park in the future. I think I may hold off for a few years to experience Epcot. I think I might experience it in a few years' time, just when it's all, you know, done and things like that. Or I may do the odd visit to see the Remy attraction or Guardians of the Galaxy or anything. Now, the final thing, the main thing on this Epcot renovation in World Discovery is the brand new Play Pavilion, which will be opening in time for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. This new interactive metropolis, as described in the MovieWeb article, guests will discover a city bursting with games, activities and experiences that connect them with friends, family and beloved Disney characters like never before. Now, of course, there was something that came out about this Walt Disney Imagineering Presents the Epcot Experience, which I believe is going to be in that Play Pavilion. So, again, really excited. Really excited about that. I cannot wait to see what that's going to be like. I think Epcot's going to be the one to watch here. I think Epcot's going to be the park to visit. It's going to be a fully-fied Disney park, and I cannot wait for all the developments going on at Epcot. Now, moving on then to the 50 years of Walt Disney World. Now, we already talked about that Play Pavilion opening for the 50th anniversary in Epcot. Now, Walt Disney World Resort will be one of the biggest ever with its 50th anniversary of the resort. So for the first time, the celebration will extend beyond Magic Kingdom to each of the resort's 4 theme parks with new attraction openings, new entertainment, food and beverage, merchandise and so much more. Planned to open, or debut, shall I say, in late 2020, Disney Genie is a brand new digital offering that will enhance the way guests plan for and experience a trip to Walt Disney World. Disney Genie will make planning easier and more fun by providing guests customized itineraries, don't know how to spell, geared to princesses, thrill seekers, foodies, families and more. Guests will be able to tell the Disney Genie what they want to experience, and it will quickly evaluate millions of options to present them with an optimal day. So that's a really simple way of helping plan your day at the parks. So moving on then to the new Magic Happens Parade. My God, I cannot wait for this. So this is set to debut in spring next year in 2020. This is the new Disney Magic Happens Parade. So the song produced, the new energetic musical score and the new song produced in partnership with Todrick Hall. Obviously, you've seen his videos on YouTube. My favourite is The Evolution of Disney, where he does like a collection of Disney songs, and there's like 4 of them in like a 4 grid. And he's just doing all the songs. It's brilliant. It's one of my favourite videos of all time. I'm a big Disney fan, so it's one of my favourite videos. So this will also have celebrating awesome inspiring moments of magic that are the heart of so many Disney stories, featuring stunning floats from Moana, Coco, Sleeping Beauty, and more, all led by Mickey Mouse and his pals. So, you just saw in there, just in those quick flashes, some of the floats for the Magic Happens Parade. The Moana, the Coco, and the Sleeping Beauty are going to be sort of rolling on while I talked about this. My God, do they look amazing or what? I'm really excited about this. Now, another big project, which we're still going here. This is going to be one of the longest videos on the channel if I don't keep my mouth shut all the time. This is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So this is going to be coming to Hollywood Studios in that Chinese theatre in 2020, replacing the Great Movie Ride. And also it's going to be coming to Disneyland Anaheim in 2022. So basically, the one at Disneyland is in the El Clasico Theatre, or in that area. It's going to be in Mickey's Toontown in that El Clasico Theatre space. I cannot wait for it. It just looks amazing. You already see the concept art on your screen. It looks fantastic. So it will be in the new area of Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland that will be home to this exciting attraction, which will take guests on a journey inside the wacky and unpredictable world of Disney Channel's Emmy Award-winning Mickey Mouse cartoon shorts. So again, very much like Hollywood Studios, but hopefully Disneyland do a few differences with theirs over compared to Hollywood and Anaheim. So I'm excited to see that. A little bit more on Zootopia, so we've got some more details on Zootopia. So in addition to the brand new attraction, which I believe is an e-ticket attraction, when we talked about in the Animal Kingdom video, we didn't hear anything about Animal Kingdom 2024, which I think is, you know, reasonable since that's 2024, and I'm guessing we'll probably hear some at 2020 Expo next year, so stay tuned for that next year. We've got a long wait for that. But I did mention in that video when I was talking about a new e-ticket attraction for Animal Kingdom slated for 2024 about the e-ticket attraction in the Zootopia land at Shanghai Disneyland. So we are expecting this e-ticket attraction. Now, in addition to that, they'll also be expecting immersive entertainment, merchandise, and dining options that can only be found in the mammalian metropolis. So again, just a few more details of what else is going to be in the area, but again, really excited for Shanghai Disneyland. Celebrating animated stories at Hong Kong Disneyland, so they were going to be transforming the park's castle into the Castle of Magic Dreams. Drawing inspiration from 13 beloved Disney stories featuring princesses and heroines, the castle will feature adornments like Snow White's apple, Cinderella's coach, and Belle's rose. The castle will be a canvas for new entertainment, including a daytime and nighttime show, and will go home to a new Bibbidi Bobbidi boutique, where children can receive raw transformations. Now, not only that, but they finally announced the name of the new coaster in the Frozen area. So the Frozen area, I believe, is a 2021 investment. 2021, around that time. Now, this new Frozen area will be complete with all its sights, sounds, cuisine, and traditions, and it will feature 2 incredible attractions. It will have Frozen Ever After, so kind of like the popular family attraction in the Norway section of Epcot, at Walt Disney World Resort. Now, they also have Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs. So this takes guests on a winding journey through the kingdom. So basically, you think Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but the cars are sleighs. I think the track looks similar to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so I think we're looking at that type of ride, just with sleigh cars instead of mine cars. So again, really interested and really excited to see what that's going to be like when it opens. Now, over then at Walt Disney, we're also going to have the first of its kind show celebrating the magic of Walt Disney Animation Studios brought to life by Cirque du Soleil. Oh my God! It previews on March 20th, 2020, and it will be leading up to the world premiere on April 17th. So previews will begin on March 20th, and then April 17th, 2020 is the world premiere of this new show by Cirque du Soleil. They also announced a brand new Disney Lakeside Lodge, a unique hotel and proposed Disney Vacation Club resort, enjoying inspiration from the wonders of nature and artistry from Walt Disney. Wow. Now, I saw the concept art for this and I'm like, what? It looks pretty good. Now, there's no announced opening date, but the new Disney Lakeside Lodge looks fantastic. And finally, just taking it on a bit of a down note, just a bit of a down note for excitement, because it's not an attraction of some sort, but it's still, you know, Disney related. The audience was to first hear how Target and Disney will come together to create a retail collaboration that encompasses experiential retail and merchandising, including the launch of 25 Disney stores within select Target stores nationwide on October 4th, with 40 additional locations opening by October 2020. Now, we used to actually have a Disney store where I was, in Donny, and there's also a Disney store at Meadowhall in Sheffield that I go to sometimes. So I'm guessing they're going to continue. Hopefully we get a big Disney store here back in Donny in the UK, and I'm hoping there's more Disney stores for the UK as well. So again, really hoping for that. The new shop-in-shop will feature enhanced Disney assortment of more than 450 items, including more than 100 products that were previously only available at Disney retail locations. And breathe. So that is everything announced at D23. And breathe. Yeah, I'm really excited about all this. I'm really excited. Now, if I was to pick 3 things I'm excited for, I'm going to be picking Avengers Campus at Disneyland Paris because it's more local to me than America, so I'm going to be more excited for it. Obviously, we've got the Iron Man coaster replacing Rock and Roller Star and Aerosmith with coaster in September, and of course, Armageddon Special Effects already out for the Spider-Man attraction, which is set to open, and that's all going to be ready for 2021, so excited for that. The second one is the Mary Poppins attraction. It's got to be the Mary Poppins attraction at Epcot. I think that was one of the most exciting announcements. And Dick Van Dyke, he appeared at D23 Expo to help announce the Mary Poppins attraction. Now, what was confusing about this project is it was off the ground, then for some reason it was cancelled and we didn't hear anything from it, and now it's suddenly back on board again. So I think we've got the conclusion that the Mary Poppins attraction is happening, and now we've got the confirmation that it is. So again, really excited for that. And I'm actually going to twist it up at number 1. Now, many of you will have said, many of you will have thought, oh, I'm going to choose the whole Epcot redevelopment because it's so big. Epcot is actually a close second, but I'm going to sort of twist it up a bit. And I'm actually going to say that my favourite or my most anticipated is the Magic Happens parade. Now, you're probably thinking why? And that is because I think the floats are going to be fantastic, but I hope the soundtrack. Now, I heard one of the main songs being performed. I believe that was through the Harmonio US, can't pronounce, and or Magic Happens. So I believe that song's really good, by the way. Can't wait for it to be experienced in the parade. But I like the look of Magic Happens because I think they've got some real detail on the floats. So I am excited to see, because that's a proper parade show, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that. So there we go, that is D23 Expo 2019. All done, all done, all done. But hang on, we've got more news updates to come from Six Flags Over Texas and Six Flags Fiesta Texas, as well as some stuff from Six Flags St. Louis. It's a Six Flags day, let me off. Thank you very much for watching this Theme Park Newsroom update. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell. Very important you click that bell so you never miss any YouTube content. And for now, guys, my name is Coaster Chai, YouTube Chai Dogster Born, but built for Theme Park News. Keep living the coaster life, and I'll see you guys in the next infotaining video soon. Take care, have an awesome day, my friends.